good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone, especially those who are into dance. Welcome to Awesome Live, founded by the award winning food and travel blogger Anton Diaz, and I am Nancy Reyes Lumen, co hosting with him, especially when we have awesome seniors. The awesome planet has awesome seniors, and we enjoy listening to the stories of our guests and how they manage their lives. For today, we will all be learning about a dance that we've always wanted to do when we were young. Man or woman, we would see them only on stage and think, "Oh, I can just watch that, but I can never wear ballet shoes." Welcome to Marilinda Claravall. She is a classic ballet teacher, dancer, and we will hear her story. Hi, Marilinda.
Hi, good morning, Nancy.
and to
Thank you
your
for having me.
and say hello to all your people, your friends and students who are watching you now.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here to share my life story.
Okay.
Um, okay.
Since you already started, you said life story. Give us your story. Like from the day that you wore your first ballet shoes, you were telling me you were 4 years old.
Yes. My mother used to say that when my dad would turn on the classical music in his big radio, I was still in the crib and I would stand up and start dancing. So they realized that maybe she wants to dance and be a dancer later on. So at 4 years old, they enrolled me at the studio of Georgie Felix Velarde and
Mm-hmm.
Sony Lopez Gonzalez. I
Hmm.
was the youngest,
How old?
all turning 4.
Really? Isn't it when they say when you're too young, your bones might not develop properly because you're dancing and you might not walk properly anymore? Is that true? By the way, hello to Grace Mangubat. She's saying hello to you.
Hi, Grace.
Yeah. Okay. So is that good? Because your bones are still soft and flexible, di ba?
Yeah, but on the contrary, look at me. I have been dancing since for for over 60 years.
Yeah.
As long as the training is proper and correct,
All right.
then we can and you become very strong and you become very graceful.
Okay. So you were a ballet dancer for your whole life, or did you pursue any other? How from 4 years old? Then what happened?
Well, well, I was in St. Teresa's and I was dancing every Thursday and Saturday or 3 times a week. And in between, of course, the studies, but I still had my piano lessons. But when I got in, there was a time when St. Teresa's told dad that I must get out of STC because they are scandalized by the kind of a ballet uniform I was wearing.
Really?
Yeah, I will.
What was that? Ano yun?
It
Like,
was like a leotards and then a little pretty frilly skirt, and you can see the legs and panty of a little girl. So
wow.
yeah, and dad said they called dad and said, "Mom, they said that it's either I stop ballet or I get out of St. Teresa's." But you see, my dad doesn't say no for an answer. So he said, what should we do for her to stay here and continue dancing? They were aghast at the question. The only way was, okay, if she comes out in a newspaper or in a magazine, then you do not mention she's from St. Teresa's. And so I continued. Okay. So I had my first ballet picture. I was only 4 years old at Sunday Times when I was with Georgie and Sonny Felix. When that picture that I was a little girl, that I was the
Yeah, we
youngest
will
there.
see those photos later. Okay.
And then continuing on in
Medyo
high school,
Marinas, scandalous pala yung ano mo, childhood
scan-
mo.
scandalized. Yeah. But my parents didn't say no. They pursued and said that is her talent.
Good.
Yeah. So when I was in high school, um, my parents brought my sister and I, Nila Claraval Gonzalez, to a Royal Academy of Dance teacher who happens to be in the Philippines and advertised her school. So we were enrolled there on a private lesson, and that's where our our technique, our experience just went on leaps and bounds.
Okay,
Uh,
literally.
yeah, leaps and bounds because it was a private lesson, and we were there like 2 or 3 times a week. And our hours were long. It's not 1 hour because it was private. Her name was Mrs. Heather Leodra.
Mm-hmm.
Then, um, after that, Tita Radaj, Felicitas Radaj, writes a letter to, I do not know who, but it reached us looking for 10 good dancers in the Philippines because she will bring in an examiner from London to test those 8 or 10 dancers. And it just so happened that my sister Nila and I were part of it.
Okay.
So there were 8 of us.
Uh-huh.
And we passed.
Uh-huh.
We passed the examination. We got a certificate. And that was the start of my career and my sister's career as a Royal Academy of Dance who passed the exam. That I was only in second year high school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then after that, Tita Radaj opened a school in St. Teresa's and she took me in as a assistant teacher. I was
So
in high school
finally, St. Teresa's accepted ballet already.
at that time.
Pero baka naman naka-long sleeves kayo, tsaka naka-ano, bloomer.
Co- Correct. Naka-tights na pagkatapos hindi ka mukha nung sinusuot ngayon na walang skirt, naka-tights, naka-skirt, very proper. Ano na, nag-open na ang mind ng mga madre
Okay.
because they saw a change. They saw those taking up ballet had more confidence, had more posture, and would know how to behave properly and not be rough in their actions. They
Okay.
saw that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So when Tita Radach opened a school in STC San Marcelino, she was also tasked to open at Quezon City, and that's where I also helped her in teaching ballet even to the high school students who were much older than me. So I was in second year high school teaching ballet up to fourth year until I graduated. So
Okay.
that's but prior to that, dad opened the ballet school in our house at 61 Iba.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, he said, I was, and he was the one, there's a reel. He said, okay, since you've been playing the piano, you better start playing the piano, your pieces, and I will tape it. Once I tape it, you will use that music for the ballet that we will open. That's
Mm-hmm.
my dad. So I played the piano. He taped it in this big reel, these 2 reels.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he started to advertise classical ballet school in the street at 61 Iba.
Okay.
And then that's when he said, you have to give free lessons because
Uh-huh.
that's your training.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know about any free lesson, basta I will teach. So I taught the neighbors'
How many
kids.
students who
There were
started?
about there were 4 or 5 who just came without shoes on, with only the dress, and that was a lesson for me in being able to adjust to any kind of people who would come to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're just neighbors, and They smelled so sweaty, and my mom would look at me and say, "Do not react." So because they smell, because they just come, they just walk. It's in the area in Iba, but at the end of the day, that was really a lesson in sharing. Not only those, like, not only to those who who have the money, but for those who want to learn ballet, and
Oh,
that has become my purpose in life. When I see a talent and
oh,
does not have the money, put them as a scholar.
that's good. Yeah. Now, before when you ended high school and before you proceeded to college, let me just read to you the people who are greeting you. Celia Espiritu, hi Malen, she said. Maribel
Hi,
D, Maribel Di Fiore, hello sis, watching from New York City. So,
hi,
and we know this person, Lourdes Rodriguez. Hello, Nance and Malen. Hi. And
hi.
Rosalinda Saniel. Hi, Malen. Watching, listening to you from New Jersey. Living.
Whoa,
Okay. All right.
whoa, that's so nice.
So after high school, when you were a teaching assistant, what happened then?
Well, then I knew that I had to stop teaching because dad insisted that I must take a course, because he said ballet is not going to be your lifetime career. You must have a course because you will only have three choices in life. If you get married to a poor man, then you must have something for you to work on. If you get married to a rich man, you must have something so that you don't ask money from him. And if you don't get married at all, then you must have something for your daily support.
Okay, ah. Practical.
He's so practical. I said, Dad, I don't like, I think I like just to dance or to play the piano.
Uh-huh.
He said, no, you take your course or you stop your ballet.
So you're both a classical ballet dancer and a classic pianist. Is that it?
Right.
I see. Okay. Wow. All right. Continue
Right.
with continue with your story, please.
So I said, I don't like St. Teresa's. All my classmates are in UP. I want to take my college in UP. They're all there. He
Uh-huh.
said, no, you stay in St. Teresa's. There are no courses that I like. And he said, Dad, I like math. I would like to take math in UP. And he said, okay, look for math in STC. Oh gosh. So it was really STC. So at the end, it became accounting. So I finished accounting,
Uh-huh.
which was quite difficult.
Ang
But
layo.
then
Ano?
because yeah, malayo. So at the end, when I finished college, but during that time, I continued on with teaching ballet on Saturdays when there are students,
Uh-huh.
because it was my passion. It really was my passion, is my passion till now.
All right.
Okay, after college, then I said, yay, I'm going to dance ballet already. My dad said, oh no, you don't. You need to take your board. Dad, ang usapan natin, accounting. Tapos na ako. We demand that you take your board. So that's
CPA.
another CPA. And so I got my board. But it was really a blessing because I used my knowledge when I went into the bank, into the other financial intermediaries, because when they see CPA, okay ka na. Pagkita nila, St. Teresa's, okay ka na.
Eh kung
CPA,
malaman
STC.
nila na ballet dancer, was that an
No, I
added, ano? Was
no,
that an,
I kept it a secret.
why? Why?
It didn't have any connection. In
Uh,
the corporate field, the arts are really out of sight. It's not part of it. In the corporate world, it's very square. It's very
uh-huh.
square. So
Okay.
I only put that when I was at Loyola.
All right. Okay, so from accounting to ano, Loyola what?
uh Loyola Chapels. Loyola Memorial Chapels. That was the company of the Puyats.
Ang
But
layo
first,
naman, ano, from ballet to memorial
no,
homes.
no. I went to Manila Bank first. As soon as I graduated, I was taken in by Manila Bank in the audit department.
Okay.
I stayed there for about 15 years, 14 years,
Wow.
for 14, 15. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I could not do my ballet. It was only on Saturday. They did not allow me. But that is where I learned so much in Manila Bank, not only in the running of a business, but not only in the banking business, but also in the non-bank businesses, because I was assigned there to look at the jewelries, at raising chickens and fruits and vegetables. From the bank to that, my knowledge was really wide, and I
Okay.
was given that kind of. I was quite lucky when I
Mhm.
learned all this, because my bosses were putting me wherever I could grow.
Okay. Before that,
Hmm.
well, we have ang dami mong greeters. Yvonne Peralta, hi Malen. Celeste Luz Quiason, hi Malen. Grace Mangubat again, enjoying your conversation. Thank you. Nori Shalsita, are these your students or what?
Friends.
Grace Sabas Raquino, hi. Hi Grace. Celeste Luz Quiason, so proud of you, Malena. You're so much love. Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice. Thank you
no,
so much.
Donya Narito. Hello, Teacher Malen.
She was one of.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Kasi ano, I might forget how to read the others if they keep coming. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Loyola Memorial. So, I mean to say, you were dancing for
Since I was
the
4.
dead? You were dancing while
Yeah.
working with the dead?
Yes. Literally. Okay. Let me go back first. Let me go back first to Manila Bank. Manila Bank closed in 1980, as in closed in 1988.
Okay.
Okay. But I stayed put because that was the only time when it was really like um the closing the bank. I had more time to do my ballet. So that's when I started like, okay, I can do some of my uh, school schedules in ballet, which I called Claravall School of Dance.
Okay.
After Manila Bank, I decided to work on. I was decided to work while doing my ballet. I decided to work at Philcraft Marketing, yung nagbebenta ng mga kawali. Kasi type ko magluto eh. At
Okay.
the time, gusto ko na magluto. Parang, I like to bake. And nakita ko yung mga kawali, yung mga teapots, and I just loved it. Sabi ko, I think I work here.
Okay.
So, but I stayed there for a while. But you see, the boss there also allowed me to teach at Saint Scholastica's College. I was invited to teach ballet at Saint Scholastica College, Manila, from 1988 to 1998.
Uh-huh.
I I was allowed to sway my time because my promise was, I will produce. Just give me the time
Okay.
for ballet.
All right. Okay.
Uh,
So, did
so
you produce or did you ballet or both?
both
Okay,
that,
good girl.
yeah. But it was in Philcraft Marketing when my husband died in 1993. I was still with them.
Okay.
And when I was there, I asked my boss if I could ask for a 3-month leave for me to be able to assess my life, see what I can do. I'm left with 3 young children.
You already had three. Okay.
I already had 3 very young. So, and they were very kind. They said, okay, Malen, just call when you need us. But during those months, I knew I wasn't going back because I saw that my children needed me more.
Okay.
That I could get by with supporting them by putting up my ballet studio here.
How can somebody dance when there is grief or mourning?
Oh yeah, that's a very good question. During the time when I lost my husband, everything stopped. Everything, as in everything that the extras. I stopped ballet. I stopped my piano. I was just there for my children. But more often, I was in church in the morning. And in the evening, I will wait for my children to come home. just to make sure that they see me when they come home. And in my grieving period, I had friends and groups. I had angels.
Mm-hmm.
I call them angels and I cannot forget them.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And there was there were about several groups who'd call me, "How are you, Malen?" It was really like the Lord sent me literally groups of angels to support me. And literally like when the Lord closes a door, he opens not only windows but large doors for me,
All
because
right.
my parents were there, my brothers and sisters were there, the nuns of Saint Teresa's were there, the nuns of the nuns of
Saint
Saint
Paul.
Therese, Saint Therese of the Child Jesus Ahemadi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. um I had a father confessor, but he's gone now, in La Ignaciana. Then there were the my they call the solo parents group were there in Kamuning. They called me the Benjamin because they were all 70s and I was the only one who was 40. Okay. Words
Okay.
are
So,
words are Benjamin. So they were just so kind. And then
I'm losing you. Your internet.
gosh. Oh, there.
Okay.
So literally it was because of my parents, my mom and dad, who
Mm-hmm.
took me out of this of my house of my home and told me to go to their house in Scout Borromeo and stay with them. So everything, slowly the dust settled. My three children had parents already, mom and dad.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I became their eldest daughter because I was, yeah, it the Lord is good and kind. He is good and kind all the time.
I think that's one good lesson in wives, especially wives who get widowed. Now, sometimes some are kind of proud that they say, I don't need help or anything. But you really accepted the help, and you got into their nest again, diba? And that helped you grow, because some people will just stiffen up and stay alone. But hello, sabi ni Zonia, Teacher Malen, I could feel your pain. I'm teary-eyed. Don't cry. Later we will have happy moments. All right. And also hello from ang dami, Maria. Maria Arze. Hello, Tita Malen. Cherry Mijares. Hi, my dear coral mate Malen. All right. So, okay, after the grieving and your parents, all the support groups and the angels, let's talk some more now about your adult ballet. So you continued, you opened your business, and your business was that's only for little girls, or
Yeah.
or what? How did you expand
Oh,
your business?
all right. It expanded mainly because of my. It expanded mainly because how it started was because this pandemic. I
Mm,
actually stopped teaching ballet during the pandemic. Like
okay.
like any one of us, I will tell you, I was depressed. Depressed meaning, ha, what will I be doing the four walls of this house? I love to teach. So actually, I stopped teaching from February 2020 to
Mm,
July 2020. But then some parents started to text me and say, um, Teacher Malen, you can go online. I said, I don't know how to do that. Please try because we're waiting. It was the parents
that's
who
nice.
just were
Yeah,
pushing me because their children are not doing anything. They have to move and they're missing ballet.
good.
Yeah. So I did. I started in August and I continued on. And the Royal Academy of Dance, where I am a registered teacher, has been trying to help all those this all of us were displaced, even them.
Okay.
So they put up this Silver Swans licensee. In London, they call it Silver Swans, and that did not quite agree with me because for us, Silver Swan is Toyo. So so I had to find the name. Then thinking and thinking about it, I called it Glamorous Swans. Glam Swans. So
Okay.
when so when I was working on getting my license, which was just a month because of my the career that I've been having,
Yeah.
that was when I said, why not open formally? Because I already started teaching my classmates in high school.
Oh, later na yan. Kwento mo mamaya yan kasi that's a highlight. But
Yeah.
give me the highlights of your ballet career. Before we go
Oh,
on, I have a lot of questions about ballet and body health and bone health.
all right.
So
The highlights of
you
my ballet.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah, I read about the Royal Academy of Dance when you had a one student who had an exam, and then the ambassador of London. I saw that in your photos and all those things.
Okay. You see, as a member of the Royal Academy of Dance, we train our students into the standards of international standards. It's like K-12. There is us. There are 12 years, primary grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth.
Wow.
But yeah, it's really literally a school that is teaching the proper way of ballet. It's not just teaching dance, but being able to teach not only technique, but also um, musicality, performance, expression, and everything that has to do with ballet. And every year, I would send, even before COVID, I've been sending ballet students to take the Royal Academy of Dance exam, where uh, they will be graded. And once they pass that level, they will be getting certificates and medals from London.
Hmm.
And these certificates signed by the president and the CEO and the artistic director with a accompanying medal. So this kind of exam will tell the parents where your daughter is, what level she is in. So it becomes proper. And I believe that since I've been doing this, I've practically sent over 1,000 students to get
Wow. So
certificates.
this
Yeah.
is a world standard. World
It's
standard.
international standards because once you get that certificate, you can go to 80, 90 countries and just present this. And I've done my RAD and this is my level. And no more questions as you come in.
Wow, galing.
It's, yeah. Um, Before the COVID, an examiner from London would come over to the Philippines, but this is in partnership with the British Council, which is
Mm-hmm.
under the British Embassy.
Uh-huh.
All
Okay.
right. So I was in connection with British Council and us and our teachers. How many teachers are there now here in Manila? I'm talking of Manila and who are very active. My sister in Iloilo. There's one in Baguio. There's three of us here in Manila. Um, the rest kasi have gone out. Okay. So now this COVID was really a downer, but they allowed online.
Uh-huh.
They allowed online
Yeah.
examination.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
That on as a teacher, I cannot, when the examiners coming here, I cannot be part of the exam. I'm out. They're inside
Mm,
there. I don't know what's happening.
all right.
But
That's good.
yeah, but because of this COVID, I have to become an examiner myself. I
Uh,
acted as an examiner, and that was where that girl who took the exam. It's so important for me to tell you this, how the world has become small, and how everybody, we are all in this together. It's not just the Philippines who was suffering, because this student was practicing and practicing for her exam, which was supposed to be in April of 2020. But now everything has stopped. She needed to go to America because that was where she was going to get her senior high school. And it was important because most of these students who take the RAD go to a school where there are the artistic, there's a performance. Okay. And so important that the certificate, which is internationally recognized, she must have.
okay.
So what I did was I wrote London. I said, I have a student. She needs to take the exam, but with what's happening, tell me what I must do.
Hmm.
So, did you know that London moved heaven and earth to call RADUSA and talk to also the teacher where the school is of my student, so that we will all come together. So it's something new in history. RAD
Mhm.
Philippines, RAD America, RAD London. While the exam was ongoing, we were all on Zoom. And
Question.
I
Sorry. How many would you say are professional, internationally acclaimed Filipinas who can do classical ballet? They knock on any door or musical or ballet company and they can be accepted.
Oh, there's a lot. And not only in my
Really?
training. Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh wow.
But I
The
can
list.
only talk about my school. I cannot
Okay.
talk for others. I tell you, I have more. Right now, I have a student who is now in Hong Kong, taken in as a scholar to finish
Mhm.
her career in ballet, and she is being paid. She grew up with me since she was 5. When she
Wow.
finished, mhm, I have another student who was able to compete in the Ginny International Competition in ballet, where she's the second Filipina. I went to New Zealand with her, and now she's doing very well because she's actually a soloist. I
All
have
right.
another ballerina who finished, and she very artistic, but through ballet she was able to find herself in and out of what she really wants to do. Very artistic.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I have another. I have so
yeah,
much
yeah.
because of my teaching for a long time, and now they are making their own world. I have teachers too.
Are you
They put
saying
up.
that among Asians are Filipinas really with they have the natural movements for ballet among Asians? Para kasi I don't see some sorry other Asians to move the way we do.
I well, I could. No, not exactly. All right.
Okay.
Um, in this part of the world, our world in Asia, there is more. Maybe it's the way it was taught, and
Mm-hmm.
as compared to the West.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the climate. Maybe it's because of our past. Maybe it's because of our, Spanish heritage. I don't know. But truly, the Filipinos have the soul. It's the soul. They move with the soul. Do you know that even our Filipino language, yung Tagalog, gandang-ganda ako. Masyadong malalim out from the puso, which you cannot express in English.
Okay.
So, so I know that for the Filipinos, there is more soul. But I cannot say we are better because ballet is very international. They can be the best. The physique. It's beautiful. We're just talking about the soul
All
of
right.
the person.
Okay. I want to go into ballet now as an exercise of the body. Um because it concerns me at my age. Will it cure osteoporosis? Or will it prevent it or do something good for it?
I think it will. It will not cure, but it will stunt. You will have lesser pain. But if the osteoporosis is already in advance, I don't think so. But before you get that osteoporosis, there must be some exercise that you must do every day. Because people who I know who get this are mostly like not physically active.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They're more on thinking, sitting down, and just do the normal uh, chores of the day. But there
Mm-hmm.
must be time for the body to be able to exercise and strengthen the muscles. And in ballet, it's not only the outer muscles that you use the intrinsic muscles, the
What's that?
inner muscles.
What's that?
What's that? Okay, the muscles, when we run, we use the big muscles when we run. So you see the runners have big muscles on the upper part of the leg, bilog. Kikita mo din yung legs sa baba, it's kind of big, okay? Because we're using those bigger muscles. I'm talking now as like parang for you to understand not those terms, no? Intrinsic muscles are the muscles way deep inside, but I can't stand right now to show it to you.
Uh-huh.
Um, for example, intrinsic muscles of the arms here, there. If you use these muscles, dito lang lalabas.
Uh-huh.
Intrinsic muscles is the use of the shoulder blade after use, and then you lengthen it out. Tapos ahaba dito, kitang-kita dito, titigas to. Intrinsic muscles. So
Yay!
the inside muscle. Kasi
Uh-huh.
makikita mo, ang lalaki ng ganito, no?
Uh-huh.
Oh. And then in the legs, okay, in the legs, we use the legs in between there, the inner muscles there inside, in between the legs. You have to use that. And using that, then even our gluteus maximus,
Yeah.
which our poet,
Uh-huh.
that is going to strengthen. And that one is the one that helps carry our whole body pulled up. So
Okay.
even if you keep on walking and walking, you get tired because you're using all the muscles of your body.
So
It's not
tiptoeing,
slouching.
do you really have to tiptoe for ballet? Parang hindi ko na, I can't imagine doing that.
You can, because I have a student. I will mention her name. That's her name is Ebony. She said she can't do it, and now she's dancing. She couldn't even go up. She called herself a Semplang Queen, but she's not a Semplang Queen anymore.
Okay, meron pang isa, Ali Claravall. Woohoo, we're so proud of you, Tita Malen. All right. Okay, continuing. So, will ballet make you lose weight?
Nope,
Oh,
straight
okay.
out.
All right.
It will tone your muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Losing weight, it must be tempered by eating the proper food with the right nutrition, and not really like gorge on food. And for ballet dancers, uh, with my students, number one, I don't call their attention. I would say eat the right food. Like for example, French fries is a no-no. When I see them eat French fries, I say that's a no-no.
Yeah.
It's a no-no. And then when they eat fried foods, I said the best food is in the house, steamed, cooked well. But ballet can tone down, can shape your body.
Okay.
Together, it will shape because you're already using the intrinsic muscles. You're
All right.
using all the part of your body, because I that is part of the RAD training, body basics they call. As teachers, must know also the body. That's part of our training.
All right.
So each child for us is so individualized that we teach them slowly what to do. So we cannot just teach a class altogether, one by one. So
Okay,
they
that's
be,
good. So you're saying na you were mentioning an age where people where ballet can be started, no? As an art. What about in one of the photos? Anyway, let's go to the photos and we will show the audience what
ah,
okay. Teka,
oh,
here we go. Okay. Um,
wow.
these are not. They're not young. They're not young chickens, but they look like very mga golden oldies who are dancing.
Yes,
That
yes,
talaga,
indeed.
nakapag-ballet ba talaga sila o nagpo-pose lang? Baka naman
No,
posing lang.
no, 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 not at all. Last
Okay.
June 25, these ladies, um, that I was interviewed by Channel 7 sometime in October last year
Okay.
because they were so interested about ballet for seniors.
Yeah.
And because of this, a lot of I got a lot of calls. I said,
Mm-hmm.
let's start with online.
Okay.
So I actually had 10 to 12. But when you're online, it's quite difficult, especially when your space is not that big.
Yes.
But then, for those who continued on, I knew that there was a big, big improvement just looking at them. So I asked them to come to the studio already for one on one, face to
Ah,
face rather. They
okay.
come to the studio, you won't believe it, including my sister who is in New York. She turns it on. My
Okay.
sister, Maribel Claravall de Fiori, is regular even if it's late in the evening.
Meron nga isa
Okay.
she wrote, Celia Areza Espiritu. Thanks, Malen, for giving us seniors a chance to dance ballet. Okay, so when you say seniors, I'm sure that is a 60-year-old and above. But kaya ba nila? Wala bang mga bones dyan na that can be broken or knees na hindi na kaya?
No, no, proper training talaga. At saka nakikinig. These
Oh,
ladies, I told them, you you want I would like to put you on stage because I want to
wow.
give you a chance to perform on stage because you really worked hard since October.
Uh-huh.
October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June.
Uh-huh.
And I said, if you continue on, I'll make a dance, I'll prepare costume that will fit you all. And so they did. So they performed, and I was just so happy because I didn't realize that they can be so graceful and they can remember. Because initially, one of them would say, Teacher Malen, I cannot forget. I'm scared. I said, that's a challenge to you. Ballet will cure your Alzheimer's if you have. They were laughing and laughing.
Very
Teacher
good.
Malen, I have dementia. Teacher
Oh,
Malen,
okay.
I'm dizzy. Dizzy, stay a while, sit down. When they say dizzy, stay a while and sit down. I don't
Okay.
I don't give up
Okay, that's
because I know. Yeah. So
oh, ito
they're,
pa.
they
Did they was this a performance where was this?
at us SM Mall in Paranaque. This is SMBF in Paranaque.
Talaga?
Uh, this is their first time in their whole life that they're performing, and I'm so happy. Look
That's
at
nice.
them
How
and
old
their
were
smiles.
how old are these ladies?
70s and above. There's
Oh
one there
my
who's 50, I think 40. Yeah. Celia's, yeah.
God!
The 70s and I'm not kidding. And now we're doing the ball, the exercise with the ball, which is difficult. I push
Okay.
them.
All
They're
right.
doing
Very
ball.
good.
Yeah. So
That
happy.
pero I mean nakakainis ha kung mga yung audience sa tawa-tawa ha. Were they
No.
laughing? Tsaka
No.
kung
In fact, they had the loudest applause. They were very happy.
all right, that's good. What about the husbands? Were they watching? Di ba? Anyway,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Okay. So, okay, this is the slide of your family, I guess, right?
yeah, yeah. That was the one of the latest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So you have how many grandkids?
I have three grandkids. I only have two at that time when we went
Anyone
out.
anyone in ballet?
Sadly, no. My daughter Angela is now a doctor of medicine, and that's her life. That
Oh,
is what she wants.
okay.
So I will just probably transfer the to my students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, there's another one. Maria Consuelo Alonso Borjal, sending much admiration for my dear cousin Marilinda Claravall. Yee! A wholesome, dynamic, and inspiring lady, loving to her family and friends. And then another one, ito si Yvonne Peralta. Oh my God, ako yung nahihilo at nakakalimutan. Maybe Yvonne, baka buntis ka. Maybe, we don't know. Baka, you better have a pregnancy test. Okay, next.
Ebony.
Okay, who's this? Who are these people?
Oh, that was a celebration of my birthday last year in the
Uh-huh.
house of Senator June Puyat and Marilu Magsaysay, who that is
Okay.
on, yeah. And then on the other side is Tracy Season, the kapatid of
Ah,
Grace Cepeda, and
yes.
the husband, yeah, and the husband is Louis Season beside Senator June Magsaysay.
Oh, yeah.
And then the
Mhm.
one in red, may he rest in peace, that's Bal and Driga. And of course, Raul Sunico, the
Mm.
great pianist. You
Okay.
know that these are the two ex-CCP presidents?
Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah. And even
Yeah,
Pinky
yeah,
and Grace also.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was okay.
Ballet is not just for young. It's
It's
benefit after 50,
after,
okay? Or 60 or
yeah.
70. What about 80 years old? Pwede ba 'yon?
Of course.
Kaya pa 80?
I,
Baka naman.
kaya. Proper, basta proper teaching lang.
All
It's
right.
but it's not, some people have the connotation of ballet is sige, sayaw, sayaw ka lang diyan. But in Claraval School of Dance, it's not how I do. I teach the proper training. I teach what muscles to use, and I can see how far you can go. So
Okay.
individualized training is what I do. That's my forte.
Okay,
Individualized training.
I have a very sexy question. Ballet after 50 years old, will that still improve the sex life?
Of course, because you're
Okay.
more active.
That's yeah, no, that's good to
Of
know.
course.
'Di ba?
Yes.
I'm sure maraming secret questions na mga ganyan yung ating mga yung mga
Yeah.
watchers now for you. All right. Next slide. Okay, who was this? You're featured in so many newspapers because
Yeah.
I'm sure that very Snow White as a oh yes. So how many shows have you had and curtain calls?
Since 1994.
All right.
Since 1994, I've been putting up full-length ballets where I put in my story, and I infuse lifetime I put in lessons where children can learn. So I actually tweak the story, and I could do that because I'm a school. I'm a ballet school for children. So I could do these things, but if I were a company, I could not do that.
So
So
you
the
mean to
best way
say
is
you make up a story for your ballet and it's a whole show.
it's
Wow.
a whole show. Yes, it's a whole show, and I get music from our OPM or from a classical ballet. It's really a work of 6 months. While I'm doing this, I'm looking already at the talents that I have. Who should I put? Who should I put here? Who should I put there? That's how I do it. That's why when they come on stage, even the children know what to do because they have to understand what they are portraying.
Galing naman. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So it's not just copying, copying and copying.
Okay, Malen True Blue Christian. Okay, who is this? Is she a star ballerina?
Yeah, she is the beauty. My last story, 2019, was about beauty or the beast. I didn't use beauty and the beast because there's a beauty and a beast inside each one of us. That was the storyline. And the children
Okay,
understood.
okay.
So
Oh, very nice.
that
Who is this lady?
that's Clarice Calvo. She was my star at time in 2019. Now she's working. She's finished the RAD advanced 2.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hopefully soon she'll be my teacher.
Uh-huh. Okay. And here?
Ah, that's my sister in yellow. That's Nila Claraval Gonzalez.
Okay.
She has a big ballet school in
Mm-hmm.
Iloilo too. You
Uh-huh.
know, I am very proud to say that in the Philippines, there's just we are there are we are the only two sisters, at least two sisters who are uh, registered teacher of the Royal Academy of Dance in London. And that was during the RAD festival in 2017
Uh-huh.
where I was able to collect where we were able to present all, if not most, if not all, the Royal Academy of Dance students in the Philippines. It
Okay.
was not just my school.
All right.
Ah,
Where, sino ka dyan? Saan ka dyan? Yung
doon sa
pinakamaliit?
pinakalikod na likod. Sa likod na likod.
Ito.
Tapos yung naka I was in dark.
Uh-huh.
I think that must be red letters, and then my sister at the back. And then
Okay.
that's Maribel De Fiore. That's one in front of me, and Caroline in front of Nila. We were
Okay.
in our house. I think I
Uh-huh.
must have been 10 years old.
All
10,
right.
8, 4, 3.
And ito.
That was my first performance featured in Sunday Times magazine.
Mm,
For I
okay.
was just 4 years old.
What did
That
you
was really
dance? You dance a ballet?
yeah. No, I was acting like an. I think I was doing an owl's work. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oy, yeah. Oy,
Sino
what's
to?
that? Oh, that was in my surprise party. That's Sophie.
All right.
She was one of those who was part of the partners in crime with my sister Maribel De Fiore,
Uh-huh.
who gave a surprise party last Sunday, just recently, and I
Okay.
was really surprised.
All right. You know, we missed some of the photos, but very happy to have known na you have so many friends here who are greeting you. Demi Opinion. We are
Hi,
watching
and
your
hi,
live
Demi.
interview, sharing your passion on ballet. That's exactly, you are right, Demi. Wonderful. You're truly a blessing to others. Very proud of you, Demi and Susan Opinion. You know, that is the word that I wanted to put to stamp on you. It's really passion, and the way you talk, the way you move, the way you think, the way you sometimes the way your poise and all that really all has to do with your passion for ballet. Diba? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it is.
as you were saying, well, at what age will you retire? At what age will you put up your ballet shoes?
Whoa, that's a $64 million question. I really don't know until I'm able to transfer the technology to somebody who can really take care of my school. But right now, there are just so many trying to get in. Just before you called, I got a new girl who wanted to dance ballet, and the parents said she's 3. I said, I'm sorry, we'll just have to wait for 1 year. And then
Well,
last night even, so it's like I have the talent, I have the technique, I have everything which I need to share. And I think that's my job. Whatever I have that the Lord has given me, I must be able to share.
okay, but
So
no,
that
why did you have to say no to the 3-year old? Hindi pa kaya yon, hindi pa pwede.
we started to the 3-year old, and it ended up like um not yet. emotionally ready because it's
Ah,
always in and out of class, in and out. So,
okay.
it's more of the emotional maturity. But if
Okay.
the child, yeah, that child, but when I see a child who's 3.5 who has emotional maturity, yes,
Okay.
because I give trial class. I
Tell me
actually
more
give trial
about
class.
Tell me more about the glamorous swans. How old will you start accepting the swans? Baka hindi na naglelay ng egg yung mga swans na yan. Joke, joke lang, joke.
Oo naman. Oh, I accept adult. I combine the adult and glamorous ones. But
Aha.
I start to open another batch by August, and the classes will be every Tuesday and Friday. The present batch, their classes are all every Tuesday and Friday online, 11 to 12. But the new batch where I will start training will be at same day, 10 to 11, Tuesday and Friday.
How will they go? Tell the viewers how they will that they can avail of the online. Do they pay anything? They register? How do they do
They
that?
they okay. If you are interested in joining the Glam Swans, all you have to do is log into my Facebook, Claravall School of Dance, and ask for um ask for details, or you can uh send um send a message. So how do you enroll? Just log in, or you can come to the studio, because every Tuesday is face to face hybrid with online. And then I always give a trial lesson for free.
Okay.
They can come, yeah. And then they just text me or call me. In the Facebook, it's easier. Once they text me, I give the number.
Tell
And they have
them
discount. They have
uh,
discount.
pag
Big,
senior,
big discount. Oo
20,
naman. Oo naman.
20%.
Malaki.
Yeah.
Even more, dear.
Okay. All right.
Even
Yeah.
more.
So
Because
would you encourage 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds to take that up without any danger to their ano ba yan? Hindi naman sila mahuhulog, ano, madadapa, ano? Wala.
I teach them how to stand, what muscles to use, where they're, I'm just talking of muscles, not bones, how they should stand up. And this, for the present glam swans, they have learned how to stand correctly like a pro. Ganto na sila.
Okay.
Ganto na sila. Makita ko, ang gaganda naman ninyo. They're very nice now.
All right. What about
Yeah.
males? Males,
Five.
meron na ba? Did you have any male students?
I did. I did before the COVID. I
Uh-huh.
had, and male students are scholars for me if they
Okay.
have the talent.
All right.
I had, I had male students and they were already going up the ladder. They were very
Mm-hmm.
good.
Uh-huh.
But the problem was, with this COVID, and they had no space in their houses. The interest to dance just went down. They don't want to do it again.
Okay. Pero ano,
But
sorry, parang ang mga male dancers tagabuhat-buhat ng mga ballet-ballet, di ba?
no, that is no, 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 no. Hindi talaga sila tagabuhat. They are so important in the roles in ballet.
Aha.
Very important as a partner. It's not only just, um for example, in classical ballet, they're so important as a pas de deux, as the love of the principal dancer.
Aha.
That's how important they are. In modern, they're as equally important because they are the strength in the modern dance. Modern and contemporary needs physical strength. Kung
Yes.
mostly girls lang, parang it's bland.
Aha.
But if you put in male dancers to put in that oomph or push,
Aha. Yeah.
it really becomes a beautiful dance. That's how it is. So males to me are very important. And I do have
Okay.
scholarships. I offer scholarships.
Well, that's good to know for anybody who's watching. And before we ask you for your inspiring words, Rene Nugid, teacher Malen, thank you for bringing back our daughter's passion for classical ballet. We love you po. Basing it on so many of these greeters who are saying bravo to you, give us a message to those who have not yet even thought of the word ballet, but you know, it just might trigger something in them and they might want to. At any age, at any time, at any profession, at any income, you said kasi there's scholarship. Can we hear from
Yes.
you about how and inspire
Well,
some of us?
all right. It all starts. Okay, for me, it all starts with listening to music. Music and dance is like two peas in a pod. It goes together. I would like to go back what my mom and dad said. I was only 3 years old or 2 years old with the bottle on my mouth. I hear nice music, I just stand up and dance. And they said, when I hear music, my body starts to move. And I believe that it is the music that prods you to put out what you feel inside. It's either, in a form of movement of the arms or movement of the legs, but you're just bringing out what is inside you, what I'm saying, the soul.
Yes.
Because each one of us, we try to control our feelings. In controlling our feelings, sometimes it comes out in anger because we are unable to say it. But when you hear nice classical music, this is what I really like to tell the audience. It's good to listen to soft classical music and you feel the beat of the music, then by all means, do it, even inside your room. It will make you a better person
Mm-hmm.
because when you're happy, it is
Your body
exposed
is
that you're
happy.
happy.
Yeah.
Your body gives out that kind of aura, and that
Mm-hmm.
is very infectious to the people you meet.
All
So in
right.
other words, you make other people happy because you are yourself happy,
Mhm. Okay.
right?
So please
So that's
invite them to your class, to your school, and tell the seniors that they can be welcome. Kasi this can be like an alternative to yung mga ano yan, yung the dancing clubs. How do you
yeah,
call that?
yeah.
Ballroom,
The
ballroom dancing.
ballroom. Yeah, I've tried
Ballroom.
ballroom, but
So this
yeah,
one is more of talagang
An-
intrinsic muscle.
intrinsic muscles.
Yes, I think that's
Because
it.
it's for your body, your whole being, your well-being. It's
Okay.
more for your well-being. And maganda yung ballroom dancing because you're enjoying the music and dancing to the beat with a partner. But after that, okay, okay na. But then when you do ballet and really do the right thing, there is an add-on. Your body your body starts to adjust and you just feel the improvement of how you walk, how you stand, and how you're able to balance yourself. Lalo na tayong senior na, balancing is quite difficult. Marami akong
Yeah,
naririnig na semplang queen. Makaapak lang ng butas, bali na yung bulog
yeah.
na.
Uh-huh.
Sira, oo. But in my teaching ballet, I first teach them how to stand up straight and get their balance correctly.
Okay.
And that will improve them. So anyway, I I still accept. We are starting to accept for the seniors and the adult ballet, which is Tuesday and Friday at 10 to 11, and that is online. And if you can come face to face, that would be good.
Give a
But there
number
are,
for them to call. Give them a
oh,
number to call.
these are the numbers. Please call 898699. or 096159977775. I
or
will
to
be the
go
one to answer.
to your Facebook. Where's your
Or
Facebook?
go to my Facebook and message me under Claraval School of Dance, or
Okay.
to my website, which is claravaldance.com,
Okay.
or to my Instagram, Claraval School of Dance.
All
I
right.
will be the one to answer. I take it very personal. I do everything.
Okay. With one last greeter, Cora de Jesus Manimbo, so proud of you, dear Malen. I would like to thank you very much, Marilinda, for inspiring us. And you know what? Listening to you, I can feel my muscles twitching, making maybe telling me, "Hey, you should really try that." And
Yes,
and as you said, glamorous swans are ageless. There's no age limit. So, for all those who are seniors like us, why don't you give it a try? And besides, I will whisper, she said it improves the sex life. With
you're
that,
so funny.
yeah, with that, we end with a very inspiring message by Marilinda, a very somebody who will make ballet, Philippine ballet proud because she's a classical ballet dancer and teacher and an inspirer. She's an influencer when it comes to ballet. And I guess in having soul and soul coming out. Thank you very, very much for being with us in this awesome live. You are awesome, Marilinda. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Have a good day. And thank you, everyone.
God bless you.
Bye.
You can watch the replay of this interview and get inspired some more here at Awesome Planet, Awesome Life. God bless you.
God bless you also. Bye.
Bye. Ending broadcast.